puppet show. Streets feel colder, once was gold, now old. Liberty's torched, them stories left untold. Kids in the corner, eyes that gleam with fear. A dream once vibrant, now it's barely here. Politicians speak, but do they even care? Promises are empty, just smoke in the air. Empire crumbles, lines get thin. Policies bending, can't hold in. Corruption high, people sinning. Falling flags, the walls are caving in. Welcome to the Jason months. When in Rome they lace your blunts. The neighborhood's forgotten, dreams buried beneath. American promises broken like teeth. Songs of freedom echo, but where's the fight? Truth gets twisted, left lost in the night. Hands raised and voices raw, tears stream from coast to coast. We chase the American dream, but it's sold out at a price too steep. In these Jason months, we awake from the sleep. Welcome to the Jason months. When in Rome, they lace your blunts.
Yeah, that's AI up in this biatch. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't know, now you know. That's AI. And I ain't talking about Allen Iverson. You dig? Peace to the family. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Saturn Date Night Live. You are rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Richfield, a.k.a. Red Pillar in the building. You dig? How's everybody doing today, tonight for that matter? Salute to everybody in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Let's go ahead and get right to it and do the roll call. I know that y'all been up in this thing right here waiting for a minute. Pardon me for the tardiness and whatnot. You know, I had to take care of some things on the home front. But yeah, let's do the roll call and let's see who is in the building. Let's tap in. Let's see who's tapped in and whatnot. So we could form Voltron. You dig? So we could form both. It was brought to my attention that people don't even know what Voltron is. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. We have Wichita Falls up in this thing. We got Kansas City. We have Seminole, Florida. And we also have Jacksonville. Duval. How's everything going in Jacksonville? Is it peaceful out there yet? Did they get, you know what I mean? Did they get all of that shit out their system? Or is it still turned up? Let us know, please. We are very concerned. We have Normal, Illinois in the building. Shout out to Normal. We have Jersey in the building, Michigan and whatnot. We got Portland, T-Dot. You know, I'm talking about Phoenix in the building, Barbados, T-Dot. We still fuck with y'all, man. It's still T-Dot love all the way. We still planning on coming out there. Don't take that Drake shit personal. You know what I'm talking about? It's still love for the dot. Hey there, Delia. Ireland is in the building. We got Ireland in the building. We got Illinois in the building. Shreveport, you dig? North Carolina, yes. East Hollywood, it is turned. Texas up in this thing. Miami, how y'all doing on this Saturn day? How y'all doing on this Saturn day and whatnot? ATL. The Bean is in the building. Shout out to the Bean. Did y'all do y'all ticker tape parade? Because I didn't see too much footage from that. Did y'all do y'all ticker tape parade? Y'all celebrated? Okay, Minnesota. All right, Minnesota. ATL West Side. All right. Jordan Park, San Francisco, Kissing Me. All right, shout out to Kissing Me in Oaktown. San Bernardino. Is it still wild out there? I heard some things. Savannah with that Spanish moss. Shout out to Savannah. You know what I mean? My heart is definitely in Savannah. Alaska. We got Pontiac. We got Yaktown up in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to the Yakington. All right. New Bedford. Louisiana. Louisiana, talk black to me. If we do a pop-up for the Essence Fest, will y'all come out? Because gas is high these days, so is Airbnbs. You feel me? We thinking about making a move down there and doing a Melanin Mondays in New Orleans and being out there with our brethren. Lord knows I need some spiritual work. I need somebody to put some praying hands on me. So we're thinking about making a move to New Orleans for the Essence Fest. I'm just letting that be known and whatnot. So let me know from everybody in those areas, Shreveport, New Orleans, would y'all pull up if the Pills did a Melanin Mondays out there in New Orleans and whatnot? Talk black to me. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Dominican Republic, we got Richmond, North Kakalaka. You feel me? We got Queens in the building. Red, you need to come to Barbados. I definitely do. Is that where Rihanna's from? I surely do. I really do. I need to make it to somewhere on the island. You feel me? I'm been playing Atlanta real close for these past 6 months. I don't think I went anywhere this whole year. If my memory serves me correct, I think the last place that I was in was Florida for what do they call that? Art Basel. You feel me? Art Basel. It's time to start moving around. Texas is in the building. Columbus is in the building. Alaska is in the building. Cali, St. Peter. Oh, we deep. We deep. We deep. There's nothing more to say. You feel me? You said you will pull up King Steve. You'll take that 6-hour trip. Shit. I ain't mad at you. I mean, it's 6 hours from the A. We'll be tapped in. We will be tapped in. You feel me? You know, if we do the pop up, we're gonna bring some spirituality with us. We might have somebody open up to do the libations and all that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk to Blue about it. Somebody reached out to us and made us an offer, so we'll see what it is. But I would want my network. I would want the KTLians to definitely pull up so we could meet each other in person. You feel me? And I told y'all before, meeting in person trumps anything, you know what I mean, that we could do on this internet. You feel me? This right here is just preliminary. It's the meetup that I look forward to, the real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Did you see Jill Biden helping Joe off of the stage after the debate? Man, man, oh man. Yeah, Joe is definitely cooked. You know what I'm talking about? Joe is cooked. And I don't like to make fun of my senior citizens and shit like that, but yeah, Joe is done off. You know what I mean? It's a wrap. Matter of fact, we did make a commercial. Now that I think about it, we're gonna have to debut the commercial. Let me see. We're gonna have to debut the commercial. The commercial is kind of litty and whatnot. But we also want to talk about. Yeah, let me see. I gotta find it. But yeah, that man, that debate was sad, yo. It was a sad state of affairs, especially for all of my melanated Democrats out there. We the next day, we didn't waste no time. The next day, me and Blue we was outside in Atlanta. Like I told y'all, we're bringing back the outside interviews. We brought that energy back. We was outside on the south side. And what did we watch tonight? I'm gonna play that in a minute. We were doing interviews with people in Atlanta. And let me tell you something, because remember the debate was in Atlanta. Let me tell you something. Black women in Atlanta are not giving up on Sleepy Joe. Man, oh man, you gotta love the resilience of a black Christian woman. They don't give a fuck what they just saw. You know what I'm talking about? One of the hardest people to flip is a black Christian, especially a black Baptist woman from the islands or from down south. They standing by their man as long as he was white. They gonna leave a nigga in a minute, but they standing by they man as long as he's a European. They holding on to him because them black women was like, man, I ain't voting for Donald Trump if you paid me. You see, black women, they have this loyalty, right? They have a sense of loyalty and they vote based off of, you know, they like they hold certain things against people. Black men don't. Like we let shit fly. Grab him by the punani. Uh, he got 80 charges against him. You know what? They not, instead of saying they not like us, they be like, they just like us. They just like us. Niggas want to claim Donald Trump because he got charges and he has no control over his little man downstairs, right? But the black women, oh no, they not letting that fly because the majority of them were saying their rebuttal was like, yo, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't care what he's talking about. I can't do it. He violated a lady. He you know what I mean? He's not loyal to his wife. Look at Joe and Jill. They've been together for they have Hunter and Bo. These are some good people. You know what I mean? Good Christians. So I'm like, damn, you didn't hear the rumors, ladies? I didn't want to be messy outside. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be messy outside because you know one thing, if you're gonna get messy with black women, you got to show them some receipts. If we was gonna start spilling tea, you feel me? They want to see receipts. They want to see all of the. I was gonna show them Hunter Biden's laptop, but I was like, you know what? Let them talk because everybody's entitled to an opinion. Let them talk. Okay, let them talk. But we know who's going to vote for Sleepy Joe. We just know. Let me go ahead and pull up Sleepy Joe's picture. This man right here, this is the apple of their eyes. This is Booski right here. This is they Booski. You know what I'm talking about? Let me tell you something. They riding for Joe. They riding for the old cricket. You know what I'm saying? Man, oh man, oh man. I promise you, when you see these videos, because we did it with Knowledge of God with Kia Life Productions, right? And if you haven't subscribed to Kia Life Productions, let me do you a favor and drop the link in the chat room. This is where me and Blue Pill have been doing a lot of our content lately. You know what I'm saying? So if you have not subscribed to Kia Life, as a matter of fact, to keep it a buck with you, Kia Life has some super classics, right? They got like, I don't know if y'all even knew who he was. Y'all might not be familiar with me and Blue back in 2017 and whatnot. So you get to see classical Red Pill and Blue Pill. You get to see us when we was cooking in Harlem days, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. You feel me? So I'm gonna drop the link right now. Make sure y'all subscribe to Kia Life Productions and look out for the videos that we're gonna be dropping in the next few days because it's gonna be some good material. It's good material. East 49. You remember those videos, the Kia Life production days and whatnot? We was cooking. Ah, yeah, we was cooking. I like those videos. We gotta bring those back. You know what I mean? Let me see. Boom, here we go. Kia Life, 7 years ago. Red Pill talks about getting out the matrix, sexual energy, materialism. I'm talking about we got some classics. It's a whole playlist right here. Red and Blue Pills play. He got a polite playlist too. You know, he was interviewing. The first interview we did with him was at Polite's Airbnb. But yeah, here's some classics right here. Here's some classics right here. So you know, if y'all got some time on your hand, make sure y'all check this channel out because this channel right here is official. Oh, I'm thinking that y'all can see that. Hold on. Here we go. I'm thinking that y'all was seeing that. But yeah, this is Kia Life Productions. Um, Also, Hip Hop is Real for all of my battle rap fans. That's the other channel, 400,000 subscribers. They do the battle rap thing real heavy. But yeah, here's some of the videos that we've just did. And yeah, yeah. It's turned up. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely turned up. You know what I'm saying? So check that out and hit them, give them a subscribe, add that to your subscriptions and whatnot. But yeah, Joe is a dirty old man in the house. Ooh, 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 ooh. You know what I mean? Yeah, the vault is real. Some of your best work. That's what that I didn't say that. He said that. Said I've been watching Red and Blue since they both had Caesars. You feel me? The Caesar days. You know what I'm saying? We was rocking the Caesars and whatnot. But let's watch this little video real quick and then we'll be right back. Let's get into this conversation about the whatchamacallit. I did a recap on the debate already though, right? I did do a recap on the debate. So we're not going to do that, but we'll talk about some things.
And Trump.
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president.
What did we watch
Mr.
tonight?
Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm. You'll be all right. The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do is try to put things back together again. And that's exactly what we began to do. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought out the position where we have 800,000 new manufacturing jobs.
Fam, I thought that the JFK nigga sounded bad, right? He was hard on the ears. You know what I'm talking about? I had to turn off all of his interviews because, you know, I just don't do bad audio. But from the minute Joe Biden opened up his eye hole, right? He sounded like death. It sounded like somebody scratching on the blackboard. It sounded like Freddy Krueger walking down an alley, bro. He's not easy on the ears. I never heard him sound like that. Okay? I never saw him talk for that long. In the 4 years that he's been allegedly the president, allegedly the commander-in-chief. Now we know from what we saw today, right? Whoever was talking to him in his ear, somebody might be like, I didn't see an earpiece. No, this is the president of the United States of America. The earpiece is inside of his ear, okay? Whoever was informing him on the answers and what to say as his rebuttals failed miserably. Joe, we did it, Joe. Where was she at? I think he pooped in his pants twice. Somebody come and get your great-grandfather off the stage, fam, because this wasn't it right here. This was not it. We could even talk about Trump, but this ain't it. If we even make it to November, remember the Jason months start the day after we do the lecture. The Jason months are 5 months. We got 5 months. Okay? We have 5 months of this shit show. And tonight's debate literally kicked off the quote unquote presidential shit show, right? Today was proverbial when they, shoot the starter pistol and the race begins. This was what we saw today, right? This is what the debate, this is what it was setting up. Will he be replaced? Yes, he will. We spoke about that a few days ago on the show, that there were rumors about him being replaced by Newsom. Okay? That is the only person that I could think of from the Democratic Party who could qualify to even stand against Donald Trump and not be completely tsunamied, landslided, and buried under a whole lot of rubble. Don't even mention the name of your homegirl who tucks her Timberlands in and says, "We did it, Joe." Okay? Let's not even talk about her, right? And that's not me saying it, it's everybody else. They must know something that I do. But she's not very well liked by her party And they say she stands no chance against Ronald Trump. Okay? Ronald Trump. So, even with the, it just was a bad look. Like, it was a horrible demonstration of what the leadership and even with the potential leadership of this fallen empire looks like. If there was any indication, right? If there was any sign from the quote unquote universe, if there was a symbolic gesture that was to stamp the argument that me, Blue Pill, and Vicky Dillard are bringing on Sunday when we say win in Rome, by tying in the decline of this corporation or the decline of the USA to the decline of the Roman Empire, then it would be tonight's debate. Okay? We don't have to even look around to look at the dismal state of all things American right now, all affairs. The communication is off. The energy is off. They were both up there sounding like imbeciles. For real. They were both up there embarrassing themselves. I don't think that we've ever seen such a poor display of what's supposed to be strong men of power, global leaders, than tonight.
Hit the like button.
Okay? I was only about 5 to 10 minutes into the debate, and I was already ready to throw that shit away. Like, come on, bro. Like, is this the bizarro world? Am I being punked right now? Where's Ashton Kutcher? Okay? I looked around and all I saw was this guy. I mean, where was Jim Carrey at when we needed him? They was definitely mumble rapping on stage. They was mumble rapping and bumbling, like Blue said, on stage, bro. They could have got two niggas from Bankhead to have a better debate. They in Atlanta, by the way. I'm just saying. They are in Atlanta. They would have fared better by getting two dudes from 5 Points or Bankhead. Just pluck two niggas out of the barbershop on Bankhead to give a better argument about worldly affairs. Because what were they talking about?
President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in the 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Let me show you something! Let me show you something! Show you something! Let me show you something! Let me show you something! Let me show you something!
Shit crazy. Shit crazy. It was a horror show. If I was a Democrat, I'd have buried my hand in the sand. I couldn't have went to work the next day. God damn it. If I was a card-carrying Democrat, I'd have had to go to the beach or walked in the forest or something. Like, God damn, I'd have to go climb a mountain. It was horrible. There's no other way to say it. Okay? If the USA was on the stock market, nigga, that shit crashed that night. Because both of them are incompetent. Let's be clear, you know, for all of my Trumpers out there who still are on the who want to ride the MAGA train, they both incompetent. This man was talking like a third grader. He is disrespecting anybody who claims to be a Republican. He is insulting your intelligence. This man was up there giving answers. One like he's a nincompoop. Okay. He's what we call a meme machine. He does memes, right? He's speaking to his base, trailer park niggas. Okay? That's who he's speaking to. His base is the trailer park people who understand one syllable answers type shit. He could not go there. He couldn't get deep. He did not say anything intellectual. It begs the question, who is running this world right now, or who's running the United States of America, because we do not know. Well, I mean, we do know, we might not know everything, but what we do know is that Sleepy Joe is not running the fucking show. It's impossible. That man that was on the stage, I don't give a fuck if that was his clone. Why would they bring out a broken clone? Chat GPT is smarter than all of them niggas. How the hell, if that's a clone, because everybody like, yo, he's wearing, you know, Joe Biden he's in Guantanamo Bay. Nigga, they did a bad job on the motherfucking remix then. Nigga, that is a malfunctioning clone. You dig? I mean, I thought when they did clones and whatnot, it's supposed to be an upgrade. Nigga, how could you make a clone out of a nigga and it's a downgrade? So who's running the show? That's the $1 million question that I want to know. Outside of all of these other questions that I have, I'm like, fam. Yeah, he was definitely buffering on live TV. And what are these black jobs that these niggas said that they got with you? What are these black jobs? Because I know a few black jobs, but because of the censorship and there might be children listening, we can't talk about those jobs. What exactly is a black job? I would like to know. Is it a barber? What's a black job that Trump helped you niggas get, or Biden for that matter? You know. So I'm like, is Kamala running the show? Is Kamala running the show? Is Jill Biden running the show? Is Hunter Biden, like, who be around him that's running the show? Because I don't even see no candidates. The closest person is Obama, and I don't know if he's the one running things. Maybe it's Michelle. This shit is crazy. If I had beef with America, man, I'm pulling up on you niggas tomorrow. Cause y'all looking like it's time. You just look vulnerable to me. You look very vulnerable at this point. You don't look scary at all. You niggas, you don't look scary at all. Imagine Joe Biden on the phone trying to talk tough to Vladimir Putin. Imagine Joe Biden on the phone trying to talk tough to Hezbollah, nigga. Like, he nobody's scared of you, bro. You feel me? Like, you can't intimidate nobody. What are you doing? Fuck a election. We gotta have a conversation about the next 5 months. Cause nigga, you can't be sitting in the Oval Office. Where's the petition at? Does anybody have it? Cause I'm ready to sign it. I'm ready to sign it, bro. Send this man to the golf course with some goddamn inshores and call it a day. Let his sun set. You feel me? Vladimir Putin is out here wrestling bears, and Joe Biden is on stage calling Donald Trump a sucker. Don't you talk about Hunter Biden, you sucker. My son is a nigga. What? This is crazy. The shit that we have to witness. Joe said that he ready for round 2. Yeah, I bet. He ready for round 2 of a fucking Geritol, of a Geritol, of a what you would call it? What's the Epsom salt bath. That he's ready for round 2 of some Epsom salt rub downs, my nigga, because Sleepy Joe is he better than the only stage that he better get on is a motherfucker. Exactly. He needs to be in a happy senior living home. Weekend at Bernie's ass nigga. You feel me? Like, who approved of the debate? I literally would have made a lie and been like, yo, he broke a finger or something. Yeah, Geritol smoothies and whatnot. Like, he should just put his face on the Geritol smoothies and get rich. Sell them shits at Costco's. Too many shots in the arm, I think. He had too many booster shots, but yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked. This is not the same Joe from Joe We Did It, Joe. I don't know what the fuck is going on in politics, but it looks like it ages you significantly faster than any other job on the planet. Because my man Barack Obama came up in this bitch with 360 waves, and he left out of that bitch with a Snow White with no waves. You feel me? The debate definitely was sponsored by Depends. I heard they changed his diaper between the breaks, though. They had one of those breaks that was wild long and whatnot. I literally heard Jill came out and switched up the diaper. You feel me? And it was just a shit show. It was a car crash. It was horrible. Like, the confidence of the Democrats are in the toilet. The confidence of this once great nation has begun to erode. Family, you are looking at the sunset of America as you know it. When in Rome, this empire has its climb. It has reached this. What would you say is the apex of America? I would say the apex of America was November the 5th, 2008, the day that Obama got elected, because that shit started going downhill from that point forward. What would y'all say is the apex of this empire? When did it reach its pinnacle? When did it reach its summit? Right? Like, what was its shining moment? Because, you know, with all empires, they crescendo, they reach a certain limit and then they fall. So I would say Olympus has fallen, Babylon has fallen. It's going down. 9-10. 9-10. If you say 9/11, Big Stu, I would say 9-10 because 9/11 was the beginning of that fall. You feel me? But you know, this shit is going down. This shit is going down. You know, we can't make this up. You feel me? We can't make it up. We was able to spot it. We was able to spot it, but it's taking a life of its own. You know what I mean? It's taking a life of its own. The 91 Gulf War era, yeah, that was Daddy Bush, right? Hurricane Katrina, yeah, yeah. Shit started looking crazy from that point. You ain't lying. That was 05. I mean, it was crazy 9/11. I mean, I think it was over after 9/11. Once they was able to prove that them people that the official story was not real, and you know, is it real? Has something to do with it? I think it was a Rizzle after that. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a Rappington right after that. You know, but you're seeing a empire in decline. Watching, take my word for it. Watch the next 4 to 5 to 6 months on a global affair, on a global stage, not just a domestic. There's going to be some situations domestically that's going to accelerate things. But you're going to see an acceleration of the BRIC nations. You're going to see provocations take place in the Middle East. You know, they're going to make moves because think about it. Like if Trump is the strong man, right? Trump is the strong man. He's considered to be a strong man, regardless of how we may feel about him and whatnot. Around other world leaders, he is, you know, he's gonna be a strong man. So any of these nations and whatnot, they're gonna be like, yo, before the strong man comes into the office, we might have to, you know, we're gonna have to bully the bully. We're gonna have to bully the bully. Remember, America is a bully around the world, right? Yes, they took out Gaddafi. You feel me? And threw the whole goddamn North Africa into turmoil. You feel me? They took out Gaddafi. These people, you said America's on decline like City Girls credit cards. I can't unsee it. That's classic. You feel me? That's classic. You know, if Newsom was put up the whole time, they would have had a harder time. Now, this misdirection makes Newsom look like a hero. Yeah, a hero for the left. But people in California told me that this nigga's like Homelander too. You know what I mean? Newsom is kind of crazy. He's like, what's homie's name from The Watchmen? It was the dude with the he was living in a pyramid. What's homie's name from The Watchmen? If anybody remembers the Watchmen movie or the comic series or the TV series, what's the blonde haired dude from Watchmen? That's who Newsom reminds me of. You know, what a time to be alive. History constantly repeating and making itself just more advanced / evolve. I would say history. What a time to be aligned. No, not Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan was blue. I'm talking about the white character. He had blonde hair and he lived. I think it starts with an O. His name starts with an O. He was literally like a white Egyptian. Is it Ozzy Moses or something? You know, definitely Christian Bale, American Psycho. Newsom is Christian Bale. There you go. That's who he is. That's who Newsom reminds me of. Let me go Google this dude so I could give y'all a visual, so y'all could be we could all be on the same page. But he's that nigga right there. You feel me? Let's see. Let's check him out. Let's do a side by side comparison to this nigga right here. Boom. Okay. And then in the Watchmen series, he was played by my dude. Let me see, Gary Newsom. Let's see, Newsom. Cause y'all out there on the West Coast, they not like us. They not like us. Y'all gonna be lit. If they make homie them, they gonna have Kendrick bring that nigga out. They not like us. They not like us. Yeah. I mean, how is he in California? Talk black to me. What's going on with homie and whatnot? What's going on with homie? What's his MO? You know what I'm talking about? What's his MO? How he moving and whatnot? They said that we don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? We don't rock with him. Yeah, he looked like the blonde one, right? But then check this out. Check this out. He do look like American Psycho though. He do look like my nigga right here, Christian Bale, crazy ass white boy. This was the craziest white boy that I saw in a movie in a very long time. His ass was super psycho. Is that Newsom? Is that your boy Newsom right there? Christian Bale? Is that Newsom? He was out there going crazy on the people. We do know who Donald Trump is. It's no secret that Donald Trump is Homelander. We do know that Donald Trump is Homelander. Yes, Newsom is Two-Face from Batman, right? Okay, let's go and check out Two-Face from Batman. He damn sure is. Well, let me see. Two-Face. Okay. Is he Two-Face? Ugh. Two-Face looking crazy. Two-Face out here looking crazy. Let's go to Homelander. Homelander as Trump. Nigga is definitely, this is your boy right here, undeniably. And it's not me saying it. If anybody's watching season 4, you already know they are literally lining these two up to be doppelgangers. They are literally lining these two up to be doppelgangers. You feel me? This man right here, this crazy ass psychopath named Homelander, is Donald Trump in the flesh. Even to the point where Donald Trump sneakers is a play off the Homelander outfit. As you can see, the red, the blue, and the gold is the red, the blue, and the gold. They literally made those sneakers to go with Homelander. Okay? It's not a surprise. This is your boy right here. This is, and then he put the NFT out, and it was Homelander. Okay? So that's not even a secret. And whoever's writing this show right here, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing and whatnot, because they are making him almost quote unquote, they lining him up perfectly. Let's just say that. They lining them up perfectly. You know what I mean? But Homelander is Donald Trump. And in series 4, the new season, right? Homelander is basically radicalizing his side, right? His because there's two sides in this thing, and Homelander is radicalizing his side to basically turn into killers. You feel me? They got them ready to be killers because he caught a body right in front of them. And instead of condemning him, they cheered him on. They was like, yo, go Homelander, go Homelander. So he saw that he could get away with that. He was like, oh yeah, we're going to push the limit, and we're going to basically take over. We're going to have a hostile takeover of the government. And boom, that's what you see in this new season, where he's going to go super rogue and take over the world, or take over the government and whatnot, and put the superpowers in a position. You feel me? So let me see something. But if y'all don't know about Homelander, you'll find out about him soon enough. You'll find out about him soon enough. He's a crazy. They say that he's the probably the most evilest villain in this whole, because let's not even compare Marvel and DC. They're killing Marvel and DC with this storyline. They're making Marvel and DC look like amateurs. You know what I mean? This shit is killing the Marvel universe. You feel me? Yeah, Biden went to Waffle House to get a chicken dinner. How you gonna go to Waffle House? That's how you know you can't vote for this nigga. I would have went to Cracker Barrel. You went to Waffle House for chicken in Atlanta? Oh nah, you ain't with the shits, bro. You supposed to go for some hash browns and some motherfucking eggs, some 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 runny eggs, nigga. You go to Waffle House for chicken. Yeah, you weirdo. You really from where you from? Nigga, you really from Delaware. The fuck? You went to Waffle House and didn't have a fight. Man, you wild corny. The hell? You stupid corny, bro. Where was Kamala? Yeah, Kamala told him to go there. Just like go to the one on Martin Luther King Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? Let's go live from Waffle House. This shit is crazy, yo. This shit is crazy. You said the All-Star special? How you gonna go to Waffle House and not fight though? I mean, if you was gonna do it, you might as well did it, man. I would have went and fighted my assistant or something. Like you supposed to go viral after that fucking performance. You were supposed to do something to just take niggas' minds off of the fact that you got washed on stage. You feel me? He asked for you supposed to get the hash brown smothered, Joe. I could have helped. I should have been on his motherfucking team. We would have took pictures of the plate. You know how y'all be taking pictures of your food and uploading it? I'd have had that shit on whitehouse.gov, my nigga. We would have uploaded that plate with them smothered grits with the motherfucking mushrooms and everything. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all missed a big opportunity with that one. Shit. Somebody said Waffle House. He wasn't sleeping by then. Fuck that. I would have went to Cracker Barrel on you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna have to talk about me. I'd have pulled up to Cracker Barrel on you hoes and just went and did. You know what I mean? I just kept it funky, man. With it, Trump should have went to Cracker Barrel. You know what I'm saying? Had the whole unseasoned turkey on you hoes. Like, what we doing? I'm up at Cracker Barrel. Pull up with the let's go Brandon special. I'd have pulled up, told all the trailer, pull up with the RVs. All of you 18 wheelers and RVs, pull up on us. We about to spit some motherfucking tobacco in the parking lot and go bust down this Cracker Barrel. You know what I'm saying? And split the bill. The hell? But yeah, America's in trouble. No other way to say it. America's in trouble. It's a lot to talk about. As you know, we've been in the books. We've been working on this lecture for tomorrow night. Me, Blue Pill, and the marvelous Vicky Dillard. You know what I'm saying? The marvelous Vicky Dillard. You know, she been on a roll. She was on Black Magic, giving it up. She came on this show. A lot of people have responded positively to that demonstration and whatnot. Y'all been showing a lot of love and whatnot. Y'all really are investing into this lecture that we got tomorrow, and I really appreciate that. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that people are enthused by what we have to say, and y'all gonna be in the building. For anybody that has tickets and are wondering when are they gonna get the link, we're gonna send all of that out early in the morning. Pardon me, I was supposed to do it, but as you can see, I'm on the show right now. I've been working, I've been studying, and I just been, time has been flying. So we'll make sure to send that out early in the morning so you guys can get yourselves ready and whatnot. Make sure you pull up with a pen and a pad so you could catch all of the information, because it's going to come real fast. You know how we give it up. You got Blue giving up information. I'm giving up information. Vicky's going to give up information. We are recording it. It will be available for playback. FYI, for anybody may be wondering, it will be available for playback. You'll have access to it on KTL University forever. Okay, forever. So you're good. Right? Are the Opal members free for? Yes, all of my rainbow opals from Patreon. Y'all are gonna be you know, everything all the way up to SATURN. Y'all are going to be VIP. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna be VIP. So we taking care of y'all. You know, y'all good with me. You know what I mean? Worry not. You good. Membership comes with privileges. Are you watching the Tyson fight next month? According to what I think they postponed that. I think they postponed that. Wasn't that supposed to be taking place this month? Or was it July? But I do think that they postponed that. Tyson pulled he pulled a muscle. I don't know where, in his thigh or some shit. He had some type of, allegedly he had an injury. I'm not really buying that. I'm not really buying that. They fighting right around my in November around my birthday. I believe it's November the 15th or the 11th. One of them days around our birthday, they supposed to be throwing down. Me personally, not looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Lost all quote unquote faith in what it is that they were gonna do. Not looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? I was already somewhat on the fence about it, and I'm convinced at this point that it's not for me. He had an ulcer flare up. Yeah. Sit back, chew on those gummies, and smoke your weed, Michael. Okay. Okay, so it's the day after our birthday. Yeah, I'm not there for that. I'm really not there. I'm recently getting over the trauma of the Evander Holyfield fight. The shit had me traumatized for more than a decade. I needed to get on all kind of plant-based medicines to heal from that. So I don't know if I'm there for that. I'm not even there for, I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? I want to see the white boy get his top knocked off, but I'm good. I'm good on that. You feel me? Like, yeah. I'm into Tank Davis and shit like that these days. I'm on a tank train. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see these lightweights get busy. You know what I mean? I like what Tank is doing. Um, Ryan Garcia, his ass got to sit down. He's out here cheating and whatnot and tweeting. You know, I want to see him and Adrian Broder. You know, I don't want to see them anymore. You know, they need to send them to fight overseas or something. You know what I mean? They should be one of the first people to get considered for the draft. I don't want them on my timeline. Yeah, Terrence Crawford. There you go. I want to see him come and whoop some feet. I want to see my nigga Terrence Crawford whooping feet. He did. Kenya sent their troops to Haiti, and then they had a revolution pop off the same day. Like Blue Pill said, that is quote unquote voodoo. That is voodoo. Okay. That is voodoo. Conscious Leaf, hit me up. What is your email? And we'll make sure that you get that in the email. What are your thoughts on Bronny Jr.? I'm not going to take the stance that Umar Johnson took, where he said Bronny is with too many snow bunnies. So he's not rocking with him until he leaves the sand bunnies, the snow bunnies, and I believe it was the tiger balm bunnies. What's the Asian chicks? I need to get the Umar lingo down pat, because yeah, but I mean, you know, people are crying nepotism, nepotism. I mean, 11-11. You know, it's cute. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? It's cute. He's passing the ball to his son so they could get a dunk. You know, it's cute. You know what I mean? It's cute. I don't know what else to say about it. What I do know is that when he had that heart attack and whatnot, when he had that triple bypass, when he had his I think it was the Jabberwocky side effects. Lil Bronny had the Jabberwocky side effects that tanked his stocks fell, and it hasn't gotten back up. Okay. That nigga, they picked that nigga number 55 and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Bronny's supposed to be 5. They was picking niggas from Czechoslovakia and Turkestan over him. They picked him at number 55. So, you know, I don't think that he was I don't think that he was lit. You know? I don't think that he was lit like that. You know? So I don't know what kind of damage he's gonna do. I don't follow that shit. So y'all tell me who, if he's nicer or not like that. And you tell me. I might be out the loop and whatnot. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have him on my bingo card as being mad nice. He was making a lot of noise. Then he had that situation, and then he wasn't making a lot of noise. The noise ended. Remember that? The shit died down. They stopped talking about him like that. So I wish him luck. I know he got it in him. It's a beautiful thing to see a black man, a father, playing ball with their son. You feel me? He's going to inspire many melanated men, you know what I mean, to be there for their boys and whatnot. I like the optics of what it's going to look like. But other than that, that's it. The buck stops right there. It's just optics. It's a symbolic gesture because black men are very important in their sons and their daughters' lives and whatnot. So anything that could help with that image, I'm with that. I co-sign that. I could dig it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know about anything else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how far it goes after that. You know, I don't know if they're gonna win the chip and whatnot. I think that homie is gonna give him a good year or two, LeBron, and then he's out of there. You know what I mean? He's out of there. And they have his homie, the white boy that he did the TV show where he's the coach now. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know. They been have nepotism in all of the leagues. Them white boys be having their sons and their uncles and their cousins and all kind of shit pull up and get high ranking positions. So melanated people, we need to get into nepotism more. You know? Yeah, KK Reddit. They said the younger son is way better. Ouch. All I hear about is Bronny this, Bronny that. Ouch. Bronny better not go ahead and drop a seed in none of these snow bunnies. You know what I'm saying? And get hooked. Not just sports. Nepotism rules the world. Yeah, it surely does. It surely does. We're just a few hundred years out of royal families and monarchies and whatnot. We're just a few. It wasn't a long time ago to where that was the shit running the world. Yeah, Kyrie signed his father to a shoe deal. I respect that a lot. The younger brother looks like he takes ball more seriously, not gonna lie. Until he run across one of these snow bunnies. You know what I'm talking about? Until he runs into a motherfucking snow cone. You know what I mean? They all play like they love the game until they run into that hot tour. Then shit starts to change when they run into that hot tour. You know? Becky with the necky. And then shit starts to change. So symbolically, it's good for fathers, black fathers. I mean, we black fathers need all of the positive imagery that we can get. You said Bryce is 6'6" already? Goddamn. When these little niggas is getting tall, these early, right? These little niggas are like 7 feet tall at like 14. What the fuck? Them Pop-Tarts got these niggas growing real tall, man. I don't know what they got. I don't know what they got in the food, bro. But it's the Giants is coming back, I guess. Even girls is wild tall these days. The Giants is coming back. They done unlocked the giant gene and the dormant giant gene and niggas. These niggas is out here wild giants. Everybody tall. You dig? The NBA contract comes with a complimentary snow bunny. I think it does, man. I think that's a part of the bonus, man. You get to play around in the snow. You feel me? They get to play in the snow for real. You feel it just comes with the deal, I guess. You feel it it's like you're a Becky Magnet after that. You know what I mean? Like you just become Beckified, you know what I mean? They send you to the island of Beckistan and you have your pickings. You just have your pickings and whatnot. That's definitely the package that Cat Williams was talking about. That's definitely definitely the package that he was talking about. Yeah, it's them chemicals, man. They got growth hormones. These little they on performance enhancement drugs just off of chicken nuggets. Just off of some chicken nuggets, they biting into steroids and all kind of shit. It's real in the field. It is real in the field. So yeah, man. I talked about this situation on Instagram today. I want to bring it up because we're going to explore this mañana. We're going to talk about this in the lecture and whatnot. And it has to do with this hit piece that they put out, right? It's an interesting hit piece and whatnot. It's a twofold hit piece. We're going to examine one part of it right now. I'm going to share this with y'all. Okay. This was put out recently, and as you can see from the title, it's called the 2024 The Black Online Disinformation Landscape. Now, an African woman wrote this, right? For all of my Africans that are on the line and that are watching me now or may watch in the replay, I just want to preface that I'm not taking no shots at your, I don't do the polarization type of thing. What I can say and what I'm realizing and what I'm seeing, right? Her name is Isosa Osa, right? Founder and CEO of Onyx Impact. They are utilizing what they call the tethers and people who are not from here, right? This lady right here, Isosa Osa, is that a Nigerian name or a Ghanaian name? Let me know if anybody's familiar with these names. There's a cultural, like, I don't think that the people who came over here from, like, she's Nigerian, they did not teach the Nigerians the whole culture of who we are. It's very evident now. Like there's a whole segment of Black culture that people who came from other places are not familiar with, right? And that would be our underground culture. They're not familiar with our revolutionary culture. They're not familiar with our revolutionaries. Yeah, they know about Malcolm X maybe and Huey P. Newton, and they found out about homie Fred Hampton when they watched the movies. If you're not in the movie, they don't know about you. That's what it seems to me. So it's like they bring these buffer nations in, and I saw it take place when they brought people from the Caribbean in back in the 80s, and they send them to their institutions. Like they'll send these people, these exchange students and whatnot, and they're teaching them the Howard University type of way. They're teaching them how to be boule. They're teaching them from a Jack and Jill perspective, talented 10th perspective. They're being taught this surface history or the surface culture through BET and TV and the different world and, shit like that. The Cosby show. You know what I mean? And that's not necessarily who we are. You cannot learn about melanated people through entertainment. You got to sit with us. You feel me? You got to be amongst us. You got to eat our food and whatnot. Okay? You have to know certain nuances about us, and you're not going to find that out on Black Twitter. You're not going to find that out through reading a fucking magazine. You're not going to find that out even through listening to our music. It's not possible. So what's taking place is that there has been a rise in our community of a resurgence, courtesy of conscious community, right? I would say that they are the ones that kicked it off for this generation, right? The conscious community kind of kicked off this whole going down the rabbit hole. They gave birth to the woke community, like that you didn't know about. This woke shit popped up out of nowhere and whatnot. But before the woke shit popped up to take the air out of the room, there was Black consciousness on the rise. To this day, I can't necessarily give you a direct summary or definition of what the fuck the conscious community even is. I don't necessarily have that definition. I was just in my comment section the other day arguing with somebody, like they were saying that the Nation of Islam is not a part of the conscious community. And I was like, how the hell could you say that? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the conscious community extracted their teachers from out of the NOI, out of the FOI, right? You had True Islam, right? Wesley Muhammad. We kind of claimed Nuri Muhammad, not so much. The people who came along, like Brother Ben X and RZA, they would kind of be like subsidiaries of it, but they were not a part of the conscious community during the heights of the community. We extracted from the Nation of Gods and Earth. We took Natural Tahuti. We extracted from the MSTA. We had Sharif Bey and a few other people. We extracted from different schools of thought and knowledge, but they don't have a definition. They don't have a definition. The conscious community doesn't really have a definition that you could put your finger on. You know what I mean? It's a conglomeration of different schools of thought and knowledge. And those different schools of thought and knowledge, I could identify what those are. It would be metaphysics, occult, Nation of Islam, Islam, what they call Islam, right? The reinterpretation of Islam through the lens of the Nation of Islam. You have the Nation of Gods and Earth with the 120 and things of that nature. You also have the MSTA or the Moors, different sects of the Moors and whatnot. You also have what we can, I would say that the Hebrew Israelites, just by way of the combativeness that they had, they were the ones who debated people from out of the community. But in some ways, we could say that they're part of the community. You know what I mean? So with the rise of the conscious community, people from Black Twitter, motherfuckers who got college degrees and whatnot, people from other countries, they could not interpret what was going on and what it was fully about. They were participating from a 6 feet distance. You know how they had the social distancing? They were participating with the community via social distance through their phones and whatnot. They were not into the community. They didn't walk into it. They were admiring it, or they were observing it through 6 feet distances, and then making their interpretations as to what it was and what it wasn't. And that's very dangerous, because these same people have now, took it upon themselves to begin to put people in certain boxes and call them certain names and give them certain jackets that might not necessarily fit on them. Who remembers when they had something called the Black Identity Extremists? right? When they were trying to basically radicalize, right? They were trying to Guantanamo Bay the teachers, especially the ones who were wild militant during the Trump presidency, because what was taking place, you niggas was popping out, they was popping out militant because they was out here getting claps. I don't think people remember that because of so much trauma. Niggas was traumatized, and they've buried their trauma, and they kind of like tucked it away and whatnot, and they don't want to admit it. But I remember clearly during the Trump years, niggas was getting stepped on. They was getting washed. There was mass shootings. There was all kind of shit going down. And people were like, yo, I'm ready to get militant with it. I'm ready to pick up the blickies. I'm ready to get, you know what I mean? We ready to bang back at these people. So then they start throwing shit out there. Boo, boo. Yo, black identity extremists. They had Mika X, right? Who was in Dallas. He on 7-Eleven, I believe it was, in 2017, and he murked like 5 popo. Then it had Gavin Long out of Baton Rouge. His name was what was his name? He had a name. He put out some books and all of that, right? Damn. I hate to, I know it was Seton Ra. I believe it was, what was his name? He had a righteous name and whatnot, but he got bodied, but he bodied like 3 police, and he said that he was martyring, right? 2 of them lost their lives, Gavin Long and Mika X. And both of them was like, yo, we doing this to take these people who've been killed by the police and make them martyrs, because when you spill blood, right, you create martyrs. So all of that marching that people was doing and crying and no justice, no peace, all of them marching, getting their calves and they motherfucking glutes and whatnot, all of that shit wasn't doing nothing for the spirit of these trapped souls, right? These trapped souls. So these men took it upon themselves to basically bust, and there was another person too. I'm gonna mention them in a minute. They took it upon themselves to basically break that cycle, and they shed blood in their names. There was another brother named Ishmael out of Brooklyn, and he bodied 2 police, and he got bodied in a train station and whatnot. His name was Ishmael. I forgot his last name, but we could Google it. Okay. Um, this was all 2016, 17, and 18. So what was going on when all of that was happening is that they was targeting people in our community. Professor Griff was one of the main targets that they basically was trying to throw a jacket on him and make it seem like he was an extremist. Now, we're looking at it right now, and we're not seeing the quote unquote, we're not seeing the dangers of how dangerous that was at that time. But I'm here to let you know that this shit was really, it was up. It was like, it was up. People was literally like, it was up, bro. It was up. That's all I gotta say. It wasn't what it is today. You know what I mean? It was up. Let me show you the Ishmael dude. So y'all don't, we could learn something today, because y'all might not, because they swept all of this under the rug. He was you know, he was rotting. He said he was rotting, you know what I'm saying? For who's the dude that they strangled in Brooklyn? Who's the dude that they strangled in Brooklyn? His name was Ishmael Brinsley. He was going down. He was riding for Alton Sterling. You feel me? Right? He was riding for Alton Sterling. Yeah. But that was him right there. He went out, you know what I mean? And they got him in a train station and you know, they took him out. He took these two people out right here. Allegedly, you know what I mean? Allegedly. You feel me? But what he said was he was like, no more of that marching shit. We not doing that marching stuff. We going eye for eye. That's what he said. He said we going eye for an eye because that marching shit don't work. So you saw after that happened, all of that marching stuff stopped. Just, that shit stopped. You know, we could have a conversation about it one day about what's the spiritual implications, but it stopped. Okay. So Gavin Long put out a manifesto, right? Son was, look at that. He had the blicky for real, for real. And he was, you know, he was also military, right? I don't think Gavin was in the military. He might have been, I don't know. But he was in the military. This is Baton Rouge, the same place where NBA Youngboy and all of them is from. And he came out with the military shit. You know what I mean? What was his name? He had a whole YouTube channel and everything. He was lit, you know, on his side of town. You feel me? He was lit. I got a book from him. I got one of his books. You feel me? I got one of his books. His name is Cosmo. There you go. His name is Cosmo Setenra. That was his name. Cosmo Setenra. You feel me? And he was in the community, you know what I mean? He was active. You feel me? But he wasn't no teacher or nothing, but he did have a YouTube channel, right? And he went to Africa, you know, he was moving around. You feel me? He was moving around. But he shut down Baton Rouge and he bodied these dudes for Alton Sterling. See, they don't want you to know these things because they don't want you to know that these people have been martyred. Because when you put them on your shrine, it's a different energy when blood gets shed for people who got killed innocently. They're no longer a victim, they're a martyr, right? So he martyred them, right? He martyred more. If he martyred more than one person, he had a list of who he was riding for. But I know Alton Sterling was one of them. Okay, so here you have, there was the twosome right here. So this kind of happened back to back. These were Marines. Here goes Mika Johnson or Mika X, and this is Gavin Long, right? Both of them, he's a former Marine, an Iraq veteran, and he was angry over the murder of blacks, and he went out with an assault rifle. And then you have Mika Johnson. He served in the Army Reserve. He was an Afghanistan veteran, and he intended to kill white officers, and he went out with a semi-automatic rifle, right? The Mika Johnson, that was crazy. I remember that one. That was so around this time. This is when dudes was basically, you know, this wasn't no marching. This was this, you know, they was going in. They let's just keep it at that. They was going in. You feel me? They was going in. And Mika Johnson, I think he took 5 of them with him. Right? And he also named who he was out here to he was also, you know, basically sending people up to say, yo, I'm doing this for the homies. You know what I mean? I'm doing this for gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for the ones that they took so we don't got to march. So it was this picture right here. They got Professor Griff in hot water and he had the agents after him. Mika X was there wasn't no in fact when he was doing this thing. You have to be correct. It wasn't no damn in fact. In fact came along in 2020. This was in 2017. You know what I mean? This was 2017. So it was this picture right here that started, giving them the rights to begin to target people in the conscious community, and they tried to tie what was taking place to the community. So this was the beginning of the propaganda to begin to, because once you tie people in, you're now target. There's bloodshed. So it's not like, oh, this was targeting. They were targeting them to begin to take people out. Okay, especially underneath Trump's leadership, they'll rendition you, they'll knock you off. You know what I mean? And be like, I don't know what happened to him. He slipped and fell on a bullet. So that's why articles like this is very dangerous when they start utilizing language like extremist and whatnot. And this is coming from a African woman who doesn't necessarily understand the plight of the black man or the melanated man in America. So, this is something that I have observed over time. You know what I mean? I've had many conversations with Nigerians and Ghanaians and everything, and they don't understand certain aspects of our culture that's not on the surface. They don't understand certain aspects of our culture that has always been underground. And they tend to be the ones that tell. They'll run and tell it to the man. They not keeping nothing to the motherfucking self. You know what I'm talking about? So this lady went ahead and created 6 core networks. Now, here's the graph. I'm going to read this real quick, but look at the graph. Look at the graph. They put a graph up. Yeah, they killed Mika Johnson with a robot. He was the first person in American history to kill by a land drone. Okay? They sent a robot in there and blew him up, right? A land drone. You know how they have aerial drones? They said the drones are the future of war. Well, robots are also the future of war. He was the first person that they sent the robot to kill an assailant, and that was Mika Johnson. Yes, you're correct. So check this out. They have a graph that they put together, and as you can see, it's in the shape of a pentagram, right? When you draw all of that together, it's a pentagram. So I'm going to read real quick what these quote unquote core networks are, right? Because remember, they're targeting these networks and they're going to disrupt these networks. Even if the Republicans get into office, this network right here will be used by Democrats and Republicans. You feel me? Democrats and Republicans. Okay? Because the Republicans declared a war on all things woke. If you read Project 2025, they said when Trump gets back in office, they are going to physical war against the woke people. They're going to declare a physical, it's a culture war right now. They're going to take it from the culture war into a physical war. They want to remove people who they identify as the woke leaders and things of that nature. They have declared war against wokeness. Okay, so let's read the networks. Let's have a better understanding, right? They're saying that this is the disinformation core networks. Let's see if they find anything reminiscent of KTL in there. Who knows? Onyx Impact identified 6 prominent online network reaching or targeting Black Americans. This includes both authentic online networks and personalities influencing Black Americans' views and disinformation networks targeting Black Americans across social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Although many more networks exist in Black online spaces, these 6 represent some of the most significant in connection with spreading false and misleading narratives in Black communities. Key networks identified in the analysis include, number 1, gateway influencers and platforms. So gateway influencers and platforms represent authentic online influencers and platforms in Black spaces and with large Black followings who serve, often unintentionally, as high value targets for bad actors to introduce harmful narratives. This network serves a critical role in elevating Black news and culture, but may also uplift misleading influencers and narratives. Here's the examples: The Breakfast Club, The Shade Room, 19 Keys, The Joe Button Podcast, Earn Your Leisure, The Stephen A. Smith Show. Now, let me preface why they are saying this. This is definitely a counterintelligence report on the grassroots. This is definitely a counterintelligence report on the grassroots. The reason why these people are being brought up, right, is because this, and this is what they call an extremism, right? Real quick. Right? There's many reasons, there's many people that they're talking about, but this is who they are really referring to, especially this Nigerian woman, because once again, they have a biasness. But this is what they're talking about. This is who they're identifying and whatnot, right? This is who the extremists that they're talking about got onboarded or platformed on these supposed to be democratic shills and whatnot. They want these to be democratic shills, platforms and whatnot, but because they play both sides of the fence, right? And I'm sure that Candace is not the only person that they're referring to. They may be referring to, the Umars of the world and shit like that, but they're definitely they're in an uproar, right? These weird Democrats, right? They're in an uproar because people they have platformed Candace Owens. So they mentioned Joe Button. Why did they bring up Joe Button? Because Joe Button sat with Candace Owens. Okay. Joe Button sat with Candace Owens, right? So now they're looking at him as, damn, you supposed to be helping us out. You could have sat with Kamala the cat and whatnot, but here it is. They are, because remember, when you give Candace Owens access to your audience might not be able to leave Candace Owens alone, right? It's already a touchdown because you now have introduced her into a quote unquote place where she's going to snatch a lot of your people who were maybe car carrying Democrats, and they're going to be compelled to go down the rabbit hole that Candace Owens is going to send them down. Once they go down the rabbit hole, they're not necessarily coming back, bro. They're not coming back like that. You know what I mean? So they're afraid that these platforms are going off code. So let me say it again, right? Because if they're going to say 19 keys and earn your leisure, okay, let me just show you who they're also talking about. Because anytime you go on Earn Your Leisure's front page, right, you might be going up there to see, you know what, let me just check out how my stocks are doing and whatnot. Let me go and just check out Earn Your Leisure, right? Or if you want to see what 19 Keys is doing for the week, okay? This is who you're going to always run into. Let's go to Earn Your Leisure's front page. So this is what they're talking about. This is what they're having a problem with, because once they clicked on these videos and saw the conversation, right? Boom. This is Earn Your Leisure, right? 1.5 million. There goes Blue Pill right there, because the popular videos, the minute you hit Earn Your Leisure, 19 Keys is right there in your face. Okay. He got the shit with AA Rashid almost at 600,000. He's almost at 1 million. They don't do the same numbers that 19 Keys does on their own platform. No disrespect to the brothers and whatnot, but here goes Red Pill right there. Hey, they don't do the same numbers that these videos that Keys has, right? 1 million with so the Democrats is looking at all of these numbers, or the Africans is looking at these numbers that they're doing. They like, damn, this nigga, he's reaching a lot of people. He's reaching a whole lot of people. What's that about? Right? So Blue Pill is at 4 million, 3.9 million right here on the front page. Billy Carson is at 9 million. Baba Booker T, aka Kaba Khamenei, he's at 4.7. My brother Yaki, he's at 3.9. Blue is at 3.9. None of this is not, you know what I mean? These are the highest ranking videos on this whole platform. And it has nothing to do with earn your leisure. It's all about higher level conversations. So on their own platform, they're getting quote unquote, you know, the brothers doing numbers on this platform. So that's what they are offended by. That's what they're pointing out. That's what they're highlighting in this report. Okay. That's what they're highlighting. That's the dog whistle that they're blowing and whatnot. Right. So gateway influencers and platforms. Number 2, far-right activists and media outlets, including black and non-black extremists who target black audiences with inauthentic persuasion campaigns and promote anti-black, anti-immigrant, anti-LGBTQCC revisionist histories and other disinformation narratives to advance their political agenda. That's ADOS, that's Tariq Nasheed, and that's a few other people. Number 3, the Black Manosphere is a subset of the internet's manosphere that encompasses a group of online communities sharing extreme misogynistic views that specifically address Black men's experiences. This network emphasizes a narrow view of Black masculinity tied to dominance, emotional suppression, and material achievement, while creating an extremely negative portrayal of Black women that strains gender relations and reinforces divisive narratives within the broader Black community. That's Kevin Samuels and Men Going Their Own Way. All of these fucking kooks, all of these you know, because I do think some of them take it there a little too far. But then you also have those who are just basically trying to walk in the light of the Kevin Samuels and whatnot. Number 4, Black extreme nativists and separatives. So Black extreme nativists separate themselves from other Black nativist movements, uplifting Black determination by creating, promoting, and amplifying racialized disinformation and xenophobic worldview, pushing far-right talking points on gender, sex, and healthcare, right? Anybody that was talking about no Jabberwocky, none of that stuff, they're saying that that's far right talking points on healthcare. When they were like, we're not, that's Rizza Islam. That's the people who were basically standing on that type of business. Black extreme nativists and separatists, that's the people that are like, yo, we ADOS or we FBA, we not like those people. Xenophobic worldview, that's the FBA conversation. We're not like the tethers. We're not like these people. Number 5, health skeptics target Black communities with misinformation, disinformation about medical treatments and public health measures. By targeting health issues disproportionately affecting Black communities, they foster skepticism towards conventional healthcare practices, advocating for alternative healing methods. That's Dr. Sabi, that's KT, that's Yaki, that's everybody telling you don't fuck with pharmacopoeia. I have yet to meet, because I know that the Nigerians, they hold up the medical industry. They hold up vaccines. They hold up all of that stuff, because I haven't met too many Nigerian herbalists. You feel me? Not to take no offense and whatnot. I ain't been in Nigeria, so I'm sure that there's a lot of them there. But the ones who are here, they are standing tall on anything that anything of the hip, you know, anything dealing with the medical industry, big pharma. They ride for that, because that's why a lot, you know, they hold up big pharma. Number 6, foreign actors, including individuals or entities acting on the behalf of, have strong ties to, or maybe inadvertently promoting talking points from foreign governments, organizations, or interests that seek to influence or interfere in U.S. political discourse, particularly as it relates to Black voters and Black social issues. 10 prominent narratives identified. So the narrative, remember when we were talking about the narrative, you have to control the narrative. They are losing control of the narrative. The narrative is not in their hands anymore. They know this. They read comments. They're getting washed up on Twitter and whatnot. They're getting chased up out of rooms on Clubhouse. During the whole showdown with the pandemic, they were getting their asses whooped on prominent stages like Clubhouse, even on certain IG lives and whatnot. They got embarrassed. They got embarrassed. Okay. So they're losing control of the narrative. So they said that the 10 prominent narratives, Onyx Impacts Research identified 10 of the most prominent narratives across Black disinformation online spaces. The reach of these narratives was determined by the number of core networks actively engaging with each narrative and the volume of conversation across platforms. So they're data mining. They're using hashtags. They're data mining. They're counting numbers and views and whatnot. Like I said, if they add up all of the views from higher level conversations on the EYL platform, that's where they're coming with 40 million at, right? Because they have a number right here. They have gateway influencers and platforms, potential reach 40 million, right? 40 million. So to be honest with you, this whole report could have came from just going on EYL because they identified the Shade Room, the Breakfast Club, and Joe Budden's podcast, and Stephen A. Smith. None of those platforms are talking about the shit that they're talking about. They just couldn't say Earn Your Leisure and 19 Keys because it would have really been a hit job and whatnot. They would have been like, people would have been like, damn, y'all targeted. No, so they threw all of this shit in here. But to be honest with you, they could get sued. They have to answer because this is a smear campaign. This is a targeted hit. Okay. This is an intel report. Okay. This is counterintelligence. This shit could be used, depending on what type of government comes in the next for the next 4 years. This report could be used to begin to demonize and criminalize and target certain individuals, to for many different reasons. So here's the narrative that they're saying. Revisionist history. That's Hidden Colors. That's Black people identifying with their Native American history. That's the whole Hidden Colors series. That's called revisionist history to the people who want to uphold the lie. Right? They call that revisionist history. When you like, yo, we wasn't no fucking slaves. Not all of us. Or we didn't all come over here. We just did a show the other day dealing with Juneteenth, and we showed you, if you research King Philip's War that took place in New England. New England is Connecticut, Rhode Island. You feel me? Even all the way down to New York. As a result of the tribes losing the war, they shipped them niggas to Puerto Rico. That's where you got your Taino and your Arawaks. They was at King Philip's War. These are Indians that they sent over to the Caribbean. And then those Caribbeans came back to the Americas. Once they opened up the borders of America, they came back. And when you go into Connecticut, it's filled up with Puerto Ricans. Why the hell is Puerto Ricans in Connecticut? What the fuck? What the hell does Connecticut and Puerto Ricans got to do with each other? Please riddle me that. You don't find them niggas in no other states like that. But they're back where they was because that's where some of them come from. Not all of them, but some of them. Revisionist history. They said the reach and the impact is high. Civic disengagement, right? I'm not voting. I'm not working for these white people. Fuck all of that. I'm going off grid. Civic disengagement. We disengaging. We're unplugging from the matrix. Reach and impact high. Anti-immigration. Reach is high, impact is moderate. Voter suppression, moderate. Black gender wars, high, anti-LBGTQCC, high, and the impact is moderate. Biden broken promises. Biden broken promises. Those black jobs that he said that he's getting you niggas, and you like, you know what? I'm not feeling whole Biden. I ain't either in Hunter either. Biden broken promises. Stoking division, high. COVID-19 health, high. Weaponizing diversity, moderate, right? So here's the graph right here. As you can see, this is how they laid it out. Okay. This is how they laid it out. So tomorrow we're going to do a more deep dive on this. This is When in Rome. You got Rome reacting to the things that are going on, and they're paying close attention. You might not realize it, but they're paying. This is a lot of money went into this report. This is not just somebody's homework and whatnot. Millions of dollars went into this research, and they have multiple articles popping up on the internet that is referencing this article. They're in full swing. Okay. They're in full swing. So I don't even know what they mean by far right activists. That one right there still got me like, huh? Is it just Candace Owens? Because I don't see dudes sitting down with Jordan Peterson and other people like Nick Fuentes and them. You know? So they're calling it the Black Far Right Activist Network. The Black Far Right Activist Network. Black gateway influencers are key to stemming the rising tide of disinformation. So the truth has now been labeled disinformation by somebody who's not even from here. That's crazy. And there's nothing to take away from people who are not from here. But that, what the fuck? Like, y'all can't be meddling in the affairs of the people from here. Like, what? And I'm not even one of those people who be jumping on the bandwagon against people who is not from here. But what the fuck? Like, huh? That's not what's up. I don't give a fuck how many degrees you got. I don't care if you graduated from, I don't give a fuck if you graduated cum laude, whatever the fuck that nigga. There's just some things that you should not be a part of. And trying to point fingers and put our people in a box. I don't, if you've been here for more than 60 days, you know that our people are not a monolith. We do not walk to the beat of one drum. And we've been through a lot of shit. So we have every fucking right to question and to doubt anything that Joe Biden and his goddamn Democrats and the rest of this government is saying and doing for us. You should mind your business at the end of the day, because you looking like an op. And to keep it 1,000 with you, the Nigerians don't fuck with us, especially they women, but they fuck with SpongeBob's. They rock with the white men, bro. Let me tell you something. That's their little toy right there. They rocks with them, hard body. You know what I mean? They be doing them like white people be doing the Israelites' boots. You see how the Israelites be having Becky's give the hot tour to their boots. That's how these sisters be running around. Let me not even go there. Because they're trained. They're encouraged by their people to get down like that. Let's not even go there. A lot of the people that you see on the swirl train, that ain't no FBAs. They didn't start like that. So I'm seeing I'm seeing a corroboration take place, and it's looking crazy. It's looking crazy. Yeah, somebody needs to do a report, because all of these Facebook channels, the Shade Room, Spiritual World, all of those is Nigerian women. But they don't have no report on the dumbing down of our people. Why don't she put a fucking report out on all of the people that are disinformation, that are dumbing our people down. Flacco from fucking Adam 22 with the childbearing hips. You know what I mean? I heard Taxstone throwing his ass under the bus. It was funny. All of these people that are not like us. Why are you meddling in our affairs, bro? That's a pet peeve to me. That's a pet peeve to me. They got a lot of people, buffer nations in America, riding against our people, both secretly and publicly. And you could call it whatever you want to call it. But these are some of the shit. This is what I'm seeing. I'm not feeling that. They will be the first ones to line up to sell us out, bro. For this fake ass American dream that we are out here pointing out. This dream is a nightmare. So we already know when in Rome, when in Rome, they got black popes. They got black popes. I put them in the commercial. You see them. Nigga, they got black popes. As a matter of fact, let's go to a commercial. Did we do the Vicky Dillard commercial? Nah, let's go to the Vicky Dillard commercial. Then we're going to be right back to wrap this up. There you go. Hold on. Without any further. This nigga is Nigerian. Shout out to my Nigerians out there. You got to clean them niggas up. Don't let me start. Don't let us get on a case. Clean them up. Clean them up. Because I promise you, they got groups of people from different nations, right? They have not proven that they have our best interests at hand. They working for anything that these people, whoever's giving the visa out, they riding for them. Case in point, why I said this influx of migrants is dangerous. It's cool right now, but once they start deputizing them, once they start putting guns in their hands and badges on them, once they start trading, you know what? We'll give you a green card. We'll give you a permanent visa. You just got to do this to them, right? They threw them in the hood and through all of this propaganda. Oh, the migrants are taking your food stamps and they're taking your cereal and whatnot. So they're not going to get positive results from the people who they've basically come into their neighborhoods. So when they in New York and Chicago and places, melanated people is looking at them like, who the fuck are you? It's not like they being welcomed with open arms. So they give them 6 months of that. Then the government will come and say, yo, we got new, we got some new things for y'all. We decided that we're going to cut a check to y'all. Fuck that. We're going to decide if y'all want to be a part of the armed services or if y'all want to be the police. Shit, y'all good with us. We're going to make it happen. They're going to be like, damn, we're going to be able to get up out the hood away from these animals, these niggas that don't like us. You know what I mean? Because they out here shooting one another and turning up and whatnot. So whatever we got to do to get up out of here, we going to do it. You know what I mean? So they'll put them in a situation where the conditions are dismal. And then after a while, once the people start saying, you know what, we got to get up out of here, then they give them the motherfucking ladder. You could climb this ladder, but you got to step on these people to climb it. They are going to do that. They're going to grab whatever badge and gun that these people say, here, police these niggas. You're going to be the overseer. That's how it happened with the overseers. It wasn't just one group of people that was overseers. You feel me? They had a lot of overseers, fam. Okay? From different walks of life. There was a time when niggas was watching over niggas. They had the Africans. Let me stop. Because they say the Indians were enslaving the Africans, but I heard that they had African overseers over the Indian slaves. Okay? That's what I heard. I heard they had Africans overseeing and breaking these Indians that was getting out of line. That part. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the one and only Vicky Dillard. Talk back to me. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm so pleased to be with my brother.
That's right. You don't talk about talk black to me. We are here.
Black to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for this amazing invitation. And thank you for your extraordinary patience and peace, and greetings to your beloved audience. It's such a privilege to be with you. In the United States, they base levels of classified information based on the degree of damage it can do.
Power of the word. Tell me more.
Yes. I ain't finna go too far because I just want to actually whet our appetite. Why am I saying that? That's why I brought up when you make this minimal investment. You understand? So when people say, well, it's so-and-so, how much free information can we say the brother's been giving us? They've been giving information longer than some folks listening been born. That's not true. And we still sometimes don't value that, right? So when you make a certain type of investment, you understand for certain types of knowledge, beloved, there's some knowledge that can do more damage than others, which means it's also of greater power. That means it's also hitting other dimensions and realms, which I'm not going to go right now on that. I just wanted to simply let us know that sometimes classified information is shared in war rooms. Did y'all hear that?
The Jason months are July, August, September, October, and November.
And even that's man.
That's right. And it will begin the day after we do our lecture. What Red Pill with the twin pillars, red and blue, and Vicky Dillard will be doing is we will be broadcasting, we will be prophesizing, we will be letting you know what the next few months, these Jason months, what to look forward to and how to prepare yourself divinely, how to protect yourself, how to cover yourself, how to utilize information, right, as a weapon. Like you said, we will be in the war room, strategizing and properly preparing ourselves so we do not get caught up in this theater of war and the theater of politics and what we call PSYOP, psychological operations. It won't be me. You will not take you will not have room in my head, free real estate inside of my head or my heart based off of the fact that I am uninformed. No. We are going to inform the collective. We're going to inform the family and what to look for. And we're going to properly prepare you and protect you and cover you with the information and with that light on Sunday. We will see you in the building. It will be on Zoom only. It will be recorded.
So make sure y'all, I put the link in the chat. Shout out to Vicky Dillard. I love Vicky Dillard's energy. The sister is absolutely electric, dynamic, a true... I want to say a true witch. I want to say a true witch in a good word. And when people think of witch, they think negative. But one of the Sybil, a powerful Sybil, a powerful spiritual. She's tapped in. Let me tell y'all this. Hold up. Let me tell y'all this. Because listen.
Yes, indeed. Jason. July, August, September, October, November. You know, time is moving very fast. So we could only hope that these 5 months go as fast as the first 6 months go. And you know, they say it's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. So we definitely intend on finishing up this calendar year of 2024 in fine fashion. You feel me? We intend on ending 2024 better than we started it and whatnot. We don't want to end it on a bad note. So tomorrow we'll be together on Zoom at 8 p.m. Eastern to properly prepare one another for the next 5 months. We're going to be forecasting. We're going to be giving you some insight. We're going to be deep diving and unpacking some things that need to be unpacked and whatnot. This thing is falling and we could prove it. We're going to bring the receipts and whatnot. We're going to show you why it is time to invest into something a little more, I would say, something that's going to give back to you rather than investing in a dying carcass or a sinking ship, right? A sinking ship. And it's still time to begin to say, because I said before, I'm willing to have a fact-finding mission, and move around the globe. I'm willing to take 4 to 5 to 6 months and get up out of America and just move around. You feel me? South America, Central America, Africa, even Asia for that matter. Me personally, that's just what my spirit is telling me. It's like, yo, Red, you know that you're not relegated to these borders in America. You know that you're a global citizen, right? You know that you kind of lit around the world, right? You know that there's people that are waiting to offer all type of things to you. They want to assist in your quote unquote mission. So I'm like, shit, this is a good time to move around. You feel me? This is a good time to move around. I'm not necessarily tied. I don't have an ankle bracelet, so I'm not tied to anything in the States. The only thing that's holding me here is family, but I'm ready to move around. So we'll have the conversation tomorrow and we'll see where it's going to take us and whatnot. And we'll explore many of the nuances that are taking place on many different scales. Remember, Blue Pillar 44, Vicky Dillard, and Red Pillar 44 pulling up on you. You dig? And it's going to be one for the record books. You done know. And then we'll see you hopefully in August in real life, if you're pulling up to the meeting of the masters in Atlanta and whatnot, so we could deal with some contingency plans that off the internet, face to face. You feel me? Because that's important. But I don't want to talk about what I'm finna be doing on Liar Cohen's internet. Okay. I ain't about to do that. No siree. So I saw, now we'll talk about that. There was a YouTube thing the other day with Cash Money and Liar Cohen. I'm gonna save that for the lecture. I can't give everything away. You feel me? We're gonna dive into that tomorrow and shit like that. It was pitiful the way that they was out there, rubbing up on this old man. The tall Israeli is what they call him, But as it seems, he has the rappers wrapped around his fingers. So they'll never be able to be trusted. You know what I'm saying? The rappers are entertainers. They not like us. They are employees, like I said before. They are the glorified help. The glorified help. And they gave them people shillings of silver and gold for selling our people out for all of these years. Because that's all they did was sell us out up the river into Angola prison, into these federal penitentiaries to help the private prison stock. And then they sent niggas to an early grave. That's literally what the majority of the rap game did, or the rap industry. Facts. From the A&Rs to the DJs to the artists. Everybody has blood on their hands. They got the nerve to be running around trying to expose one of these. They got the nerve trying to throw everything on Diddy and whatnot. But all of them is fucking guilty of 18 crimes apiece. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna drop the link for you. Let's go and see the page real quick, the Eventbrite. So when you go there, you'll know this was what it is. All right. This is the Eventbrite page. Let me drop that link. Give me 1 minute. I want to do the short link. Boop. They not like us. They not like us. When is that video gonna drop? Boom. So here we go. Here's the Eventbrite page. When in Rome. Okay. We have a detailed breakdown about what it is that you will be getting, in case there's people that like to read their things and get a better understanding. But yeah, that is the Eventbrite page. And here is the link. So you could go ahead and get your ticket. Oh, I have questions. I got questions. My bad. All right, boom. I got questions. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those. I had the shorter version, but I don't know. Here's the long shit. Let's do these Q&A questions. I do have questions. There's gonna be 5 tickets that I'm giving away for the family that's in the building. I have not forgotten about y'all. So here's the first question, and I will post it in the chat. Okay. I'll post it in the chat. So boom. Here's the first one. What are the 5 key parallels between the fallen Roman Empire and the modern USA discussed in the video? I don't know what video that we're talking about, but what are the 5 key parallels between the fallen Roman Empire and the modern USA? That's the question. Who could come up with the answer? Give me 5 key parallels that you could draw between the falling of Rome and what we see in the USA right now. I will give you 3 minutes. The 5 keys? No, it's not no keys. The 5 parallels. Like, what are the 5 similarities? We got to get the music on. Let me get the music on. What are the 5 similarities? Or do you like the dark beat? I'm going to post the question again so you can see it. What are the 5 key parallels between the fallen Roman Empire and the modern USA? And I don't mean to stretch anybody's, I don't want to, it's late at night and you're like, this nigga got us doing homework at night. You dig? But I want y'all to think, I want to challenge you. And if you answering, please give me 5. You know what I mean? I got people dropping 1 and 2. We need 5 for you to get this ticket. We need 5. You dig? Okay. Dennis the Menace, you got it. You can send me your email. Let me write this down. Post your email and I'll send you an email, my friend. Let me get a piece of paper so I can write these things down and whatnot. All right, I'm going to get to the next question. Give me 1 minute. I'm just opening up this book. Put this thing on paper. Okay, let's see. Let me just, in the meantime, between time. Question 2. What quality of a successful empire promoting a sense of shared identity and integrating diverse culture? Hold on. Okay. The next question, ladies and gentlemen, is which quality of a successful empire involves promoting a sense of shared identity and integrating diverse cultures within its borders? So here are I'm giving you options. This is oh, okay. This is question and answer. This is like multiple choice. So I'm gonna paste this. Here's the 4 choices, and y'all have to choose which one is the one, right? So which quality of a successful empire involves promoting a sense of shared identity and integrating diverse cultures within its borders? Which one? A, B, C, or D? Let's see who's the first one. It is Latoya. Latoya, you got it right. Woo, woo. Okay. Please make sure I get y'all email. I don't want y'all out here winning and shit. Y'all don't get rewarded. Please let me get your email. I got you, Latoya. You got Latoya. And my guy, who is the first one? Let me see. It was Dennis. Dennis the Menace. Where you at? Dennis the Menace. Okay, I'm writing this down so I don't forget. I gotcha. All right, the next one, we got 3 more. Bear with me. The 3 more. Okay, so why is the topic of how the modern USA mimics the fallen Roman Empire important for indigenous tribes, right? We threw one in there for all of you Indians. Why is the topic of how the modern USA mimicking the fallen Roman Empire? Here's your, I'm gonna put this in, here's your 4 options. Latoya, give me your email, please. Okay, let's see who comes up with the answer. Isaiah got it. Isaiah was the first one. Isaiah Harvin. Right? So the answer is B. Right? The answer is B. It underscores the importance of preserving cultural heritage and sovereignty amidst changing political landscapes. That is very important. Okay? That is very important. Once again, regardless of who becomes the president or what administration takes over, you should never lose focus, right, on the goals. The goals is not to get Donald Trump in office. That's not the goals. The goals is to get back what these people took from you. And if you think the Republicans are about to just give you your land back or your resources when they're trying to make America great again, I don't know. I might have another thing. I might have another way of seeing things. You know, you make me a disbeliever. Okay, make me a disbeliever. But I don't think that's what they showed up to do. I don't think that's what they talking about. You know what I mean? But what do I know? You know what I'm saying? What do I know? Some people might have this shit figured out. So what are the 6 key qualities of a successful empire, right? And here are the options. You know, here are the options. A, strong governance, economic disparity. B, weak governance, economic prosperity. C, strong governance, economic prosperity, military. D, political instability. Once again, the question is, what are the 6 key qualities of a successful empire? What are the 6 key qualities of a successful empire? Okay. Seems like you guys have answered the questions. Let's go and see who the first one is. And that's King Gusto. I like this game. I really do. King Gusto, you a legend. C is the answer. C is the answer. Strong governance, economic prosperity, military strength, cultural cohesion, innovation, and diplomatic acumen, right? None of the things that you see in America right now. You don't see strong government. You don't see economic prosperity. You don't see military strength. There's no cultural cohesion. There's xenophobia. The innovation is kind of stifled. And diplomatic acumen, they running around the world calling America baby killers, imperialists, colonizers. You dig? So we know that that's not working in their favor. Last question. And y'all doing great, you know, kudos to y'all. Last question is, what does the video suggest is a significant challenge for both the fallen Roman Empire and the modern USA regarding military, right? Here are your options. You have military strength, military innovation, military overreach, or military isolation. You dig? What do y'all think it is? And the last winner of this thing today is Unwritten by LJ. Touchdown. You got it, LJ. Is that LeBron James? Yeah. That's what it is. C. So here are all of the winners by name, so we're not confused. We have Latoya, Dennis the Menace, Isaiah Harvin, King Gusto, and Unwritten LJ. If you may, let me put my email right here because y'all might not want to put your emails on Broadway, and I respect that. I understand. This is the email that you could reach me at and give me your information, please, so we could send you a free ticket. You get a free ticket. You know what I'm saying? To come and hang out with us tomorrow, right? And if you already got a ticket, you get something else free. You feel me? You get something else free. So let me just put this up there. Here's the email, the mark125th@gmail. Send me your information, and then we're gonna hook you up. That part, you know what I'm saying? And you get to say to your people, I'm a winner. I won something. I did my thing. You know what I mean? I was fast on the trigger. You feel me? And we'll do more of these. We'll do more of these little quizzes and pop quizzes and shit. It just shows that people are sharp in these streets. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here lacking. You know, we ain't out here lacking. You dig? So we are always gonna give back when we can. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to take. We literally here to give. You know. So that part, you know. And for anybody else that was out there, at least y'all played. You know what I mean? Don't feel no type of way. At least y'all played, and we appreciate every single person who at least you played. And if you was in the audience and you didn't play, at least you was in the audience. Shit. At least you was in the audience. You know? If you already purchased a ticket and you answered the question, come and get this free ticket and give it to Bay that you was. So you know what I'm saying? Let's say that there was some girl that you was trying to, you know what I mean? They out here popping balloons and shit, shutting niggas down. Like, you know, I mean, you know, who I don't know. I don't know. It might, you know what I'm saying? It might get you some kudos. You never know. You know what I'm saying? It might be a good look for you, you know, or you could invite one of the homies. Just saying, you know. I'm just saying. So, with that being said, we're gonna end it with this tune, this tune right here called. This is not BBL Drizzy. This tune that I got right here. Yeah, this is called "When in Rome." You know what I mean? We cooked this one up earlier today. You know what I'm saying? This shit is kind of knocking. It's giving like old school hip hop. This shit is boom bapping. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, we might see you one more time before the lecture. Who knows? Just depends on how, you know, how the ball bounces. We might pull up on you tomorrow. You never know. I'm gonna talk to my team and see how they feeling and whatnot. But if we don't see you mañana, we'll definitely see you tomorrow night. All of the ticket holders, we look forward to seeing y'all and to deliver what it is that we have for y'all. It's been a long time coming, but we are here. You know what I mean? We have arrived. And for everybody who's been with us, this build up to this to Sunday has been monumental. It's been epic. We've done it together. We've been watching the news evolve. We've been here to catch new news, breaking news, all of that stuff. So you know that this is not something that's made up. This is organic. We all did this shit in real time, like it's magic. I could do magic like it's magic, right? You see it, I see it. The great divine speaks through signs. As long as we know that the great divine is still working with us, we good. We good because it's these signs that let us know. Imagine being on the path and there's breadcrumbs along the path, or there's lights. You in a forest on your journey, but there's tiki torches. Those are the signs that we use to navigate through the darkness. The great divine is leaving us these tiki torches, is letting us know that we are on the right path, is letting us know that we are on the right path and we're not off brand. Okay? We're not, none of us are off brand. We are all on the right path. So tap yourself on the shoulders before you take it down tonight and say, thank you, ancestors, for keeping me on the path. And with that being said, we're going to leave you with this Knockington. Hold on, where's my Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Dark days loom, shadows rising slow. America's heart, now a puppet show. Streets feel colder, once was gold, now old. Liberty's torch, dim stories left untold. Kids in the corner, eyes that gleam with fear. A dream once vibrant, now it's barely here. Politicians speak, but do they even care? Promises are empty, just smoke in the air. Empire crumbles, lines get thin. Policies bending, can't hold in.
Bring that shit back. That's some Griselda. Ha! Huh? They tap it in, nigga. That's Griselda, nigga. Let's go.
Dark days loom, shadows rising slow. America's heart, now a puppet show. Streets feel colder, once was gold, now old. Liberty's torch, dim stories left untold. Kids in the corner, eyes that gleam with fear. A dream once vibrant, now it's barely here. Politicians speak, but do they even care? Promises are empty, just smoke in the air. Empire crumbles, lines get thin. Policies bending, can't hold in. Corruption high, people sinning. Falling flags, the walls are caving in. Welcome to the Jason months. When in Rome, they lace your blunts. The neighborhood's forgotten, dreams buried beneath. American promises broken like teeth. Songs of freedom echo, but where's the fight? Truth gets twisted, left lost in the night. Hands raised and voices raw, tears stream from coast to coast. We chase the American dream, but it's sold out at a price too steep. In these Jason months, we awake from the sleep. Welcome to the Jason months.